Hello, my little dears. Settle in, get cozy, and let Grandma tell you a story. Tonight we're journeying to a faraway land for a tale as old as time. Once upon a time there was a very rich merchant who had three lovely daughters. The youngest was the kindest of all, and everyone called her Beauty. She wasn't interested in fancy things. She loved reading books, helping anyone in need, and singing sweet songs with the birds in their garden. One day, a terrible storm sank the merchant's ships, and just like that, all his money was gone. The family had to leave their grand house and move to a small cottage in the countryside. Beauty's older sisters complained day and night, but Beauty, with her cheerful heart, just smiled. She hugged her father and said, "Don't you worry, father. We'll work together and make this our happy home." Months later, a glimmer of hope appeared. The merchant heard that one of his ships had miraculously arrived at the port, filled with goods. As he prepared to leave for the city, he asked his daughters, "What special gifts would you like me to bring back for you?" The two older sisters immediately asked for expensive jewels and fine silk dresses. But when he turned to Beauty, she said softly, "All I wish for is a single perfect red rose, father." But when the merchant reached the city, his heart sank. His partner had run off with all the money, and he was still as poor as before. Dejected, he began his long journey home through a dark, snowy forest. A blizzard raged, and soon he was completely lost. Just when he thought he would freeze, he saw a light twinkling through the trees. It led him to a magnificent, enchanted castle. The gate was open, so he went inside. A warm fire was crackling in the fireplace, and a delicious meal was set on the table, as if by magic. He ate gratefully and rested for the night. The next morning, as he was leaving, he walked through the castle gardens, and there, amidst the snow, he saw the most beautiful rose bush, covered in perfect red roses. Remembering Beauty's wish, he thought, "I have nothing else to give her. This will make her happy." He reached out and plucked just one. Suddenly, a terrifying roar echoed through the garden. A huge, fearsome beast appeared before him, with sharp claws and angry, glowing eyes. "You ate my food and slept under my roof, and this is how you repay me, by stealing my most precious roses." The beast growled. The merchant fell to his knees, trembling with fear, and begged for his life. The beast considered for a moment, then said, "I will let you go, but on one condition. You must send me the daughter who asked for this rose. She must come and live here in your place." Heartbroken, the merchant returned home and told his daughters the terrible news. The older sisters blamed Beauty, but Beauty simply hugged her father tightly. "Don't be sad, father," she said bravely. "I made the wish, so I must keep the promise. I will go to the beast's castle." When Beauty arrived, she was terrified, but the castle was warm and welcoming. The beast, though frightening to look at, spoke to her with a surprisingly gentle voice. "You are the mistress of this castle," he said. "Everything here is yours. You will not be harmed." Every evening he would join her for dinner. They talked for hours, and Beauty soon discovered that beneath his scary appearance was a kind, lonely heart. She began to look forward to their time together. Each night before she went to bed, he would ask Beauty, "Will you marry me?" And each night she would reply gently, "Not yet, beast, but I will always be your friend." Weeks turned into months, and Beauty began to miss her family terribly. Seeing her sadness, the beast gave her a magic mirror. "Look into this," he said, "and you can see your family. You may go visit them for 1 week, but you must promise to return." Beauty looked into the mirror and saw her father, sick with worry for her. She rushed home, and her presence was the best medicine. But in her happiness, she forgot her promise and stayed longer than a week. One night, she had a terrible dream. She saw the beast lying in the castle garden, heartbroken and dying. "Oh no!" she cried, waking in a panic. "I must go back." She raced back to the castle and found him just as she had in her dream, weak and pale by the rose bush. She knelt beside him, her tears falling onto his fur. "Please don't leave me," she whispered. "I was foolish to stay away. I love you, beast, just as you are." At her words, a magical light surrounded the beast. When it faded, the fearsome creature was gone. In his place stood a handsome prince with kind eyes. "The curse is broken," he exclaimed, his voice filled with joy. "A wicked fairy turned me into a beast, and only true love could set me free. Your kindness saw past my appearance and saved me." Beauty and the prince were married, and her father came to live with them in the now vibrant and joyful castle. And from that day on, it was filled with laughter, music, and gardens of beautiful red roses that never ever faded. So you see, my darlings, true beauty isn't about what you see on the outside, but the kindness and love you have in your heart. Thank you for listening, my sweethearts. I hope you enjoyed our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. Now have the sweetest of dreams.